Today, we're going to talk about the Tam O'Shanter and go across its rich history and the food, of course. But why are we reviewing this? Well, there is a Disney secret.
Connection.
Yes.
Not really a secret.
I'm Brad.
I'm Kim.
And we're 626 Ohana, California.
So I think we should start with the history and where it all began.
Yeah, and we'll connect this how it connects to Disney here in a second, but the history is actually really cool about this place.
It is.
The Tam O'Shanter opened 101 years ago. So, Disney's spreading its 100th anniversary. Well, Tam O'Shanter's older.
So that opened back in 1922. Can you imagine that?
And its original name was the Montgomery County Inn.
So this is also known as LA's oldest restaurant ran by the same family.
Yeah, so that's kind of really cool. So you can kind of get into the rich history of this. Originally in its life, it started up as like a chip shop, chips, sandwiches, etc., which was really kind of just a niche area in Los Angeles.
This became really rich history because this was kind of an unofficial hangout for Hollywood.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who have ate there. Obviously, Walt Disney.
And his animators.
Yep. It became known as the unofficial Disney commissary.
And even John Wayne liked to hang out there.
Really, at the time, this was a really under-the-radar Hollywood spot that people went to that people really didn't know all these stars and everybody went to.
And then, of course, through time, it's kind of evolved. And but the one thing that's kind of stayed same as it's gone through is the essence of the menu. And then, of course, they added in their famous prime rib.
Yeah, so you can see the whole weird connection here. The founders of this restaurant, the family who found it, actually helped co-found Lowry's Restaurants, so that's a huge chain. So this is kind of the original spot.
Yeah, it was. And it's even now used to film shows like Glee and Mad Men, and so it's not quite so secretive anymore.
Okay, yeah, it's a neat place, and it also claims to be the world's first themed restaurant. So.
All right, so let's get into it. So when we first got there, we decided to ask. It was a random lunch in the middle of the week, luckily. And we asked for Walt Disney's favorite tables. So him and his Imagineers would frequently sit at table 31.
Which was right by the fireplace, which is kind of a quiet area. I could see why Walt would like it because it kind of kept you out of the way from everybody else in the room.
And as you can see, there's a nice little plaque on the table commemorating just how special that table is.
And there's a lot more special to that table. Maybe we'll get into that in a little bit here.
Okay, we'll add that at the end, so stay tuned.
So let's go ahead and get into our food. They have, like Kim said, the menu has not really changed over 100 years. They kept the same essence of the menu and the prime rib.
But they'll sometimes add in like seasonal items. Like for Christmas, they'll throw in some holiday food, drinks, things like that.
But for the most part, it stays the same. So what we ordered was the mac and cheese, the Gouda mac and cheese. Is that correct?
It was for our appetizer, and it came with a nice little breadcrumbs. That was so good.
Yeah, it's actually a really good, and it's pretty hearty itself.
It is.
And we enjoyed that. And then I ordered for my lunch, which was basically a corned beef sandwich on rye. And what's cool about this is you kind of can build your own sandwiches to what you like for bread, meats, and everything else. Really, for the size of it, for the price, it is a good size sandwich.
It is. And I got the prime rib because they're really well known for it, and it is really good.
And you're a sucker for prime rib.
I am. I'll admit, I love a good prime rib, and they deliver. So this does come with mashed potatoes, and I got cream corn, or you could get spinach with it, and I thought it was really amazing, seasoned really well.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the dessert we had.
So we had the trifle.
Yeah,
It's really good.
Yeah, it's not like the French trifle, though, with meat in it and all that.
No, this is a traditional trifle with berries and cream.
It was a rich dessert, and we really liked it. It had great flavor. Really, we shared it.
We did, and that was a nice light dessert to finish off our meal.
Really, we've eaten here several times, and there's a reason we go there, because it is really good food. It's quality food, but a lot of times when we go to this is just because its history's there. Kim actually has a little bit of connection. Her grandfather used to like to go there a lot, and
Did.
probably met up with Walt Disney there a couple of times.
Yeah, my grandfather was actually really good friends with some of the animators, so he would kind of run into them there. So that feels a little bit more personal connection in a way.
And talking about the animators, what is kind of cool about table 31, which is Walt's table, is if you look at the table, there's a couple of drawings there.
Yes, there are some dinosaur drawings at the more famous animators have left behind and kind of went into the table, and it is really cool to see.
So they're drawn into the table. What's cool about these are actually Walt's drawings that they transferred over to the table for everybody to see. Unfortunately, there's some other drawings that people have kind of...
I know, they kind of destroyed with it.
Yeah, but the essence of those animations are there. It's really cool. And looking around the restaurant, you can tell the touches of Walt throughout the restaurant with several different paintings and everything else. And it's just really cool Hollywood history in all.
It is. So if you like this video,
please like,
subscribe,
and follow along with our Ohana. And with that, I think it's time for us to say goodbye and
find your magic. Bye, everyone.